All right, welcome everyone. We are live. It's Zenith Online Racing Season 8, Tier 2, Round 18, the final race of the season. We got 11 drivers out here for you. I've not streamed this tier very often, so I have no idea what the title implications are here, if there's anything on the line. Once we're done the qualifying session, I'll take a look at the standings and see if I can find anything to keep an eye on for the race. Just a little late, getting in, and a long day at work, and we didn't have a commentator, so decided to jump in, try and get every race broadcast this week. Tomorrow, Tier 3, be on at 8 o'clock. We should have that one covered as well. And keep an eye on the YouTube channel for the live notification. GP on a flyer, my partner in crime from Monday. Let's get some of this info up for you. GP 26.6. Looks like Nico's got it wrapped up. Rex can pass Maverick in the standings, who I believe quit halfway through the season. We got a pretty tight scrap for 7th between Carson, Grimm, and Ace. There's some things to play for here for some of these guys, for sure. Asylum has dropped. Let's check out what Hightower's up to. He is on a lap right now. Just going to check my audio as well because I'm not in a party, so I just want to make sure everything's balanced okay still. Yeah, everything sounds good on my end. What about when we're on board? Is that balanced well? Yep, seems alright. Okay. Rex says title is done. Yeah, I've realized that after I started investigating in the standings, but we're here. We're out here. We'll see what any of these drivers can do. I mean, like, it'd be nice to just get a good race here tonight. You know, if we can get a few guys scrapping for a win here. I mean, it's really just about pride at this point. I don't think there's much to play for a lot of these guys. But it'd be nice if we could get a good battle on track. Looks like Nico, Soy, Carson, Slash are all very close to one another on time. So could see some quality racing here. We don't have a lot of drivers out there tonight, but we can even get 4 or 5 that are in a good battle for a premium spot. I think that'll be interesting enough for me. Interesting enough. Got the wine poured. We're settling in. Hightower's going for a second lap. Oh, Toblerone nearly into the wall there coming into the pits. Not ideal. Keep calling in the pits. We got a few guys heading out for out laps. That would be Sharpshooter and Fusions. And a bunch of guys in the pits currently, probably just about to leave. I would say you got to be leaving right now if you're planning to do another lap. I suppose the pit exit does spit you out pretty far along, but if you're not leaving now, you're probably not doing another run. That would appear to be the case for some of these guys. It does not look like they're leaving the pits. So someone just crossed the line to start a lap. Is it Soy? No, it would be Hightower. So let's check in with Hightower. Actually, he's been out. So I'm not too concerned about what he's up to. I don't think he's going to improve on that time at this stage. Where's going to go here? But Fusions just started his lap. Let's get on board with Fusions. Fusions making his way through Sector 2. He's got a few tenths to find if he wants to jump Sharpshooter. Let's see if he can find that time. Check his delta split at the end of the straight here. So he's 1/10.5 up on his previous run. He needs another 2 tenths or so. Oof, big snap there. Another 2 tenths or so, and that would put him into provisional pole. You presume that Sharpshooter would also improve his time, so may need to do a little more than that. Toblerone and Colin are done. Wobble again there on the exit, and he does improve the time, but not enough to get pole. So Sharpshooter looks like he's safe. He is down on his previous lap, it would appear. Should be Soy Loco behind him here. So yeah, does not improve. Soy Loco also marginally down. So if he can find a couple tenths in this corner, he could jump a few spots. Nicely done. And this does not improve either. What can Carson do? Nice jump for Carson, up to third. And Nico coming around the bend. And looks like he's diving into the pits, calling it. Slasher will be our final runner. He's invalidated. So that is it for qualifying. Sharpshooter takes the final pole position of the season. Fusions, Jesus, let's get off board with that. Fusions will start second. Carson third. Nico fourth. Soy fifth. Slasher 6th, Hightower 7th, Toblerone 8th, GP Colin 9th, Rex will start 10th, and Asylum 11th. So Asylum reserving, normally Tier 1, but Rex must have had some kind of incident because he definitely could have qualified. Looks like he'll be starting 10th. Alright, let's check in on the chat, see how everybody's doing. Long time ago. Yes, Grim says long time ago. I see Grim watching, but not racing. Shame on you. Shame. Still got time to get in here. Jump on in there quick. Do some damage from P12. So Fusion's second run, nearly good enough to dethrone Sharpshooter there, but Sharpshooter did not improve his time, so I'd say it should be fairly close in the race. And then I like the gap between Carson and Soy. Hopefully that is going to be good enough to keep them close to one another and get some good racing action there. Still working, Grim. Oh, you poor guy. I only got in from work like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. I literally came in, fed my cat, changed, and started streaming. So, I feel that. The old Paddock Club. These people look very modest to be sitting in the Paddock Club. Wearing like old Navy clothes. Sharpshooter says, I could have done a 0.3. Well, you should have. I guess I better do it in the race. You're in Seattle, eh? Good old Seattle Seahawks. Actually, there's a game tomorrow, actually. Is it in Seattle or is it in LA? It's a football game tomorrow. I pray for the love of God somebody streams tomorrow, because I'm not doing the triple broadcast. To be honest, the reason I stepped up tonight was because it's the last race of the season. I didn't want it to get missed, and you know, to be perfectly honest, I did not have time to do this. Like, I wanted to come home and eat dinner and shower and not really think about league stuff, but it's at Seattle. Yeah, I mean, if you're still there tomorrow, you should try to go. Try to get like a last minute ticket, and you can get in there for like, you know, less than face value and cheaper seats or something. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to go to a game there sometime. But yeah, you know, it's literally just you know, I figured step up this week, and then we're off for a little while after this, so hopefully someone can cover me tomorrow and I don't have to do it again. It's kind of the same thing as like the start of the season, right? Like the first week we broadcast, if we don't, you know, if nobody's going to broadcast one of the races, I'm going to do my best to do it. I don't want to leave everybody hanging like that. So it's just easy for me. I don't really know how to explain it, you know. It's become like a second nature to me to do race commentary. So it's easy for me to just kind of like run in the door and just jump in and do it. I can just sit here and broadcast a race, and it's no chore, or, you know, simply it just simply eats time. Like, that's really the issue, is that it's eating the time that I need to get some things done. So I'll be honest though, like, if once I was done those things, I wouldn't be doing anything anyway, so push those things back, do them after. Get this race up. So yeah, I mean, even if I'm not terribly invested or terribly interested, I can still step in and do a race. Let's go. Yeah, Grim, if you feel like it. I'm good. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the race anyway. It's not like I need someone to do any heavy lifting or anything. Just more so the more so like dinner and whatnot. But I suppose if you're here, I can kind of mute myself and get some dinner prepped. I'm probably just going to have a salad tonight, honestly. It's not going to take long anyway, but... yeah, I mean, any support would be fine. I'm not going to be too bothered about it either way, though. If you're here or not, I'm just not going to go anywhere. Alright, the grid's reforming. We got 11 guys out here racing. Only 2 on the medium. Everybody else has started on the hards. And it did look like the better strategy from Monday, the hard to medium. The mediums were quicker at the end. Seemed to work, and if everybody else is running the same strat, it's a little easier to get away with. So we got 5 lights on. The finale in Abu Dhabi, round 18 of Tier 2. We are underway. Good start for Fusions. Looks like he's going to have a shot up the inside here. And also a great start for Carson around the outside. I completely missed that. Wasn't even on screen, and there goes the Haas. That slasher who's gone round. Brilliant start for Carson on those mediums. He's done exactly what he needed to make that strategy work. If he wants the medium to hard to work, he has to be out front. And Red Bull having a look there. I think that's Toblerone. Maybe made a move on Soy. So we got a few cars jockeying for position down the back straight. So we're off to a good start, though. Fusions says he's right on Carson, but it does not appear that way. And Toblerone, oof, he had to back out of that one. That was a gap that was closing quickly. Oh, and then was that Soy run into by Rex? I think he may have had contact there and been run into. I believe he may have, because it did look like Rex sort of jumped the curb and had a lot of speed there. Hard to say. Our delta is broken between Fusions and Carson, though. It's like, from my view, it looks like Carson is, well, he was getting away, but now it does look like it may be less than a 10. We don't have a split right now, though. It's, Fusions going to be causing some problems. Oh, big moment there. Looks like Sharpshooter's gone, or is it Rex? I think that is Rex that's gone round, so I think Soy will get back in front of him if there was any contact, but I wouldn't say that that would be ceding the place at all. Definitely a mistake. And Asylum disconnected, but his ghost car is actually putting pressure on Hightower, so that's something I've been meaning to address this and fix it, but the AI is way too high. Like, when you're disconnected, you know, we don't want to like punish you severely, but you should not be able to race. Like, your ghost car should not be racing other people. So next season we're going to drop that, I think, at least like 15. Like, you should be losing, like, you know, a second a lap type thing if you're disconnected, not gaining the racing. Asylum on mediums, though, to be fair, so maybe it wouldn't be as drastic if they were the same compound, but yeah, it's definitely a little bizarre. So now Rex right up the back of Soy again. I'm not 100% certain they made contact, but it did look that way. It was just the pace that Rex was carrying. Into that corner. It was a good chance he did run into the back of Soy. So nice scrap out front, though. Carson's he's not breaking away like he needs to, and Fusions and Sharpshooter and Nico all hanging on those hard tires. Nico the champion. So I guess based on that, from what I have broadcasted here, I do remember Nico being very strong in the race pace. So I suspect he'll be putting some pressure on these guys. And it looks like Fusions is just starting to trail off a little bit from Carson. Carson may be able to just break through that slipstream, or that DRS range. And looks like GP's had a moment. He's gone round at the back. And is this a safety car? VSC, it looks like. And that would probably be for the debris that is missing. GP Colin lost his whole front wing, so that's probably being collected right now under VSC by the virtual marshals. And Carson, I don't think he'd consider pitting this early, but the VSC is tempting, I'm sure. No, he stays out, and maybe Asylum takes a chance. Although AI again, so probably not. And GP obviously going to have to pit. Carson's picked up a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Oh, so that's completely crippled his race. He's got on the medium tire, and now he's going to have to serve a drive-through in the next 3 laps. Comes Fusions, taking a look, and I believe side by side still with Carson here. Carson doing everything he can to hang on to this. He's going to have to serve a drive-through regardless, so I don't know if he needs to fight this too harshly. If I were him, I'd serve it now and just get it out of the way. Maybe get lucky and a safety car comes out and recovers your gap. The longer you wait, the more likely you are to pay for it. So serving his drive-through takes him out of contention for the time being. I think he's got a good chance though if they do get a safety car and he's able to close back up and get the tires changed on a cheap stop. That would be really good for him. Carson back out. See where he filters out. Gap-wise, he's probably going to be a solid 10 seconds behind the last place. Oh, not too bad. Alright, so we got Sharpshooter. Putting some pressure on Fusions. Nico just trying to hang on to them. Then we've got Asylum and Rex putting some pressure on Hightower for P6. And Toblerone's had a moment. He's gone round. So just at the pit entry there. I don't know where he was. I don't think he was particularly close to anybody there. It's a little odd. So maybe he just spun on his own there rather than there being contact with another car. Asylum at the moment back there, or is there still the ghost car battling? Sharpshooter taking a look, looking for the switch back through the chicane. He's got another crack at it here. He's got the DRS, he's got the straight, he's close enough to get a nice toe here. Jump to this broadcast camera now and see if he takes a look up the inside. He is. He's looking for that line. Trying to get on the power earlier than Fusions. Oh, someone's gone off there. It's Fusions. He is way off the track, and I think he kept his wing intact. But definitely lost the car, and now Slasher's going to be in striking distance, ready to pounce. Those tires surely overheated. See if Nico can get by. Be a nice way to end the championship season if he could get himself another victory. Oh, huge moment. Nico goes around. So another spin. I think everybody in the top four has had some kind of issue here, except for Sharpshooter, who's taken a huge lead now. Another yellow. Is that Hightower at the back? On soft tires, he's now spun the car again. GP is going to catch him very shortly. I think GP technically has a point because Asylum won't count. Asylum back in the car? Does look like it, yeah. Oh no, he's ghosted still, isn't he? Yeah, it's still ghosted. Tricking me into thinking there's a battle there, but it's a ghost car. And that's the problem. Like, the AI is clearly too... Oh, someone else has gone around now. It's Rex this time. I think, I think every car in the field is going to have a spin by the end of this race. There's got to be like 5 or 6 different drivers now who spun the car. All hope is not lost if you're not at the front. And we got another spin. And this time it's Nico. Nico takes a 360. Anybody got a prediction on who's next? Fusions is due for another. I'll say he's going to spin next. I can't remember who. Some of the drivers do listen live, so I can't remember who, but I think Fusions was one of them. Rex as well. You may hear me cursing them. Oh, you're due up. Rex is right on soy again. So Rex had that little spin, but it's like he must have got going pretty quickly again. It's not too far off. We have another spin. Unbelievable. This time it's Hightower. And another spin. This time it's Slasher. I know it's the last race, but the amount of donuts that are going on right now. It is absolute insanity. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this many cars spin in a race. It's like every lap, almost every sector. Oh, a little bit of shoving there between Rex and Slasher. I think it was all pretty clean, but definitely a close call there. And Slasher trying to... Oh, and it looks like they're bumping wheels here again. Slasher's trying to cover that off. Rex was looking for a line. I would say Slasher defending quite aggressively here. I wouldn't say it's illegal by any means, but he's definitely trying to make Rex think twice about sticking his nose in. Rex is closing. This is probably not the place to go for it. The next straight, I think, is a little bit better of an overtaking opportunity, especially after you've closed up a bit. This is a great shot here. We're on the front wing of Rex. You can see how close he is getting to Slasher, trying to get this move done. And as soon as he breaks out of that slipstream, it's just struggling for that top-end speed. And they're still side by side as they round the hairpin. And Rex moves to the outside. Still side by side, but it looks like Rex does get the place. I don't think Slasher's going to go away too quietly here, though. I believe they have had another spin. Yes, so did. Made it a lap and a half without a spin there. Rex, Slasher, pressuring Soy Loco. And the Ghost of Asylum is dropping off the map. There's Rex having a look. Without those spins, he'd be well ahead here. He's had to do a little bit of carving. And a little bit of a wobble there on the power. Some wheel spin there, and he's not going to get close enough here to get a look at Soy. Oh, see Nico in the background there with a little snap of oversteer as he's trying to close back up to this group. It's the thing with these guys is it's been a lot of spins, but everybody's quick enough to kind of like recuperate their losses. So Asylum, Carson both have pit for fresh hards. Asylum, I believe, still ghosted, so comes Rex. He's got that slipstream. Soy just parking it on the racing line a little bit, trying to get a better line into that corner for defense, and he does a nice job there. And I think Rex has run into the back of him again. I think that may be the second time that's happened. Soy was spun earlier. Was it Soy that was spun earlier? Maybe someone else. I don't remember, but... just the way Rex takes that corner, looking for a good line through there, it seems like he ends up really close to the gearbox of the other driver. And, yeah, Slasher. This is great for Nico. He's sees these three scrapping ahead of him. He's going to be able to close up a lot quicker. Slasher having a sniff here as well. It's a little taking a handful of curb there, Slasher, and it looks like it may have unsettled him a little bit. He's just lost a little bit of time through this section. See what he can do. Here comes Rex once again. He's got that DRS. Slasher also with the DRS, not able to close. Here we are on the front wing once again. And here we go. This is the difference here. This line. Oh, huge snap for Soy. And you see Rex goes through. Massive move there. Rex just has an alternative line through that corner that Soy doesn't seem to take. And they end up really close to one another. But Soy had a little snap there when he was trying to get the power down. And Rex is able to capitalize. So Rex through. And Slasher's still trying to find a way. See if Rex can get the power down and get away from Soy Loco here now. And Nico has taken about a second and a half out of these guys over the last lap or so. So Nico's still in the mix, carrying a penalty. But definitely still in play. And also could be a safety car with the amount of spins we've seen. Someone can end up spinning into a barricade and could end up with a full safety car here. So I think that would be great for GP. GP's still on the lead lap, so not a huge problem for him. But Hightower has been lapped, and it's going to be tough for him to get himself unlapped. I just don't think they allow that to happen in this game. It's something that really should be a thing. Can't be that complicated for them to put in. Oh, there goes Soy, he's out! That's what I said, anybody could do it. The spins we saw, and that is it. That's the safety car. GP Colin breathes a sigh of relief. He can get off those mediums onto another fresh set of mediums. Someone ran over a big piece of debris there that may have been Toblerone, possibly Asylum there. Comes Asylum now, so full safety car. And we were watching that battle with Soy, and he just lost the car. It looked like he just... I mean, that's the kind of place where once the car pendulums around, you're carrying a lot of speed. You're not going to generally recover from that. So, everybody diving into the pits for a fresh set of tires now. Nico on the mediums. Pretty much everybody putting on the mediums. GP will also be on mediums. So, he'll be on even terms with the guys in front of him, which is probably more than he could ask for at this stage. We've got Asylum who's pit already on the hards. I really wish he'd get back in the car and just retire the damn thing. Carson on fresh hards. Does he just let Toblerone get ahead of him there? Or was Toblerone okay? Okay. I was gonna say, like, did Toblerone get him coming out of the pit lane, or was he already considered behind? GP should be able to Get a fresh set of mediums taken to the end here. Interestingly, Sharpshooter has stayed out, but yeah, I guess it's because he missed the pit entry. He does have a huge gap, so he should be fine here. He has lost his gap, though. He did have a large advantage in first, so he's going to have to worry about Fusions and Rex behind him now, putting pressure on him, when he pretty much had it smooth sailing prior to the safety car. Yeah, I know. I noticed you weren't controlling because you dropped. Are you able to get back in and just retire it? Like, get it out of the race? Because I mean, this is something we're fixing next season. I don't care what anybody says, but we're dropping that AI like at least 20. Like, I think it's at 80 or 70, whatever it is, we're dropping it 20. Because I understand, like, the argument for, like, oh, I don't want to be punished too heavily if I just drop from the session for 3 minutes, but we can't have cars that... Like, if the driver can't get back into the car, then this is what happens. The car goes around at, like, an actual decent race pace, and it becomes just a nuisance for everyone else, right? So, we gotta figure out some way to slow the AI down without punishing people too severely. Well, I'll take this opportunity to refill the beverage. And hopefully go straight to the end of the race from here. Refill the beverage. Just investigating my salad stash. Gotta put a sweater on here. It's a little chilly. This is what happens when you come home and don't eat dinner, right? You just get cold quick. All right. Oh man, I could just like dummy a nice big bowl of soup right now. It'd be real nice. Real nice. Alright. Looks like we should be going racing again, right? Got the safety car coming in this lap. I believe the lights will go off. Isn't Abu Dhabi the weird one where they always call it in late? Let's find out. Usually in Sector 3 they would never, but I guess we're still waiting for 2 cars to catch up, so maybe not. Still safety car. Alright. Should be going racing. Oh, you got the car back? Nice. Okay, there we go. Just saw your comment and realized that the car retired. Whoa! Fusion's nearly hit. He may have actually hit him. I don't know if he would have got damage from that, but I think he ran into the back of him there. Remember the game used to just penalize you, eh? Like, like, ruthlessly penalize you if you ever made contact on your safety car. Sharpshooter nailed that, really. I mean, he caught those guys on the back foot. Really, really good restart there from Sharpshooter. So the time penalties are going to become a factor here because these guys are now bunched up again. 9 laps to go, and 3 of the top 5 have 3 seconds in penalties. It's going to be Fusions, Sharpshooter, and Rex makes a beautiful move down the inside, but it doesn't stick, so Fusions keeps second for now. Under serious pressure, though, we got Slasher and Nico looming in 4th and 5th, so those guys very quick could cause problems at the front here. Everybody looking for a little bit of an alternate line through here, and there's a really good run from Fusions. Fusions gets a great run on the outside here, but he's going to be struggling to make a move. He's not alongside, so he's going to have to back out of that. But he'll know that's a spot of weak. Oh, huge snap there, and he saves it. Very lucky to be still going forward here. Great job, though, from Sharpshooter to defend that. It would have been really bad if he'd fallen behind there with that penalty he's carrying. Fusion's feeling the same sort of desperation, needs to get ahead and build a gap. But yeah, really good scrap at the front. Kind of glad we got a safety car. The race was a little dull. Everybody was a little too far apart for my liking, but hopefully go out on a high note here with everybody staying close and the time penalties being something to consider as well, because Rex and Slasher right now are 1 and 2 on time penalties. So definitely something to consider if you're Carson or Toblerone. You try to linger within that penalty window and pick up a few extra points here. And we got wheel to wheel Carson and Toblerone. Toblerone outbreaks into the corner, goes deep, and that looks like it may give Carson a better run. Not quite, so it looks like Toblerone's got that covered. Nice job there. Carson does have the DRS. He's closing the gap. We are watching the front runners. A 4-way battle. Well, it's a 3-way battle for first, and it's almost a 5-way battle for first as well. Carson, Toblerone's had a moment. Oh, he's out! Toblerone out, and that may be it. It is another safety car. So now what? Softs, right? Like, you have to put the softs on here. Somebody's going to go for it. These guys are getting collected. If you're right here, if you're 6th, 7th, I put softs on. Carson going in. Good call. He's on hards. Get off those. GP going in as well. Yeah, I'd say get on fresh softs. Get on to fresh softs here. You're at the back already. What do you have to lose? GP onto the softs. Brilliant. Carson onto mediums, though. I like GP on the softs. I like that. I like him to do some damage here on the restart. These guys missed the pit entry. They probably didn't have time to think about it, and that put them right behind the safety car now. So the guys that are behind that pit for softs, if these guys have changed their mind and think, geez, maybe I should put the softs on, the guys behind on softs will be ahead. Do believe Hightower pitting for tires. He is staying in the race. And kudos to him. He's not got a lot to race for, but once he passes Toblerone's wreck, he'll actually be 8th. And, I mean, it's more points to the tally, so if I was Hightower, I'd stay out. I'd keep racing. I'm a few more guys drop off, and you get even more points, right? Like, points are points. Last race of the season, scoring points is a nice feeling. Kind of like a nice, you know, nice little boost carry into season 9. Something to build on. Ooh. A little weird there. So yeah, GP on the softs. I like that for him. I know he's generally lacking the pace to race these guys at the front, but maybe the softs give him an advantage to do so. He also doesn't have time penalties, and they do, and that will help him. Even if he can stay close to them, he'll jump a lot of those guys. Could we see the GP Colin podium interview? I interviewed GP. Can you imagine? I think the Discord will break. You know what? I might just invite him in anyway. Make it up as we go. Oh. Why am I looking at someone that's gone around? You tell me sharpshooter spun under the safety car. I wasn't looking at my screen. I was like looking at stuff on my phone, and I looked at the stream and saw a car had gone around, and I was following sharpshooter. So that embarrassing moment caught on film. Put that in the Discord after. Alright. Rex warming those tires aggressively. Could leave him exposed to fusions on the restart. Oh, and he is. There goes fusions. Drops the hammer. Rex did a nice job reacting, actually. He's got a pretty good restart, but Slasher, Nico, and Carson. Those three. All behind. And we got GP on the softs. Let's see what GP can do. It's already losing ground to those guys in front, so not the greatest restart, but hopefully he can get it under control and start to attack. It's going to be a really good finish here with the time penalties to sort as well, and there's a lot of gap management that needs to happen in the next 5 laps for some of these guys. Rex pushing Fusions for that victory. Fusions with the penalties going to lose first place. So right now it would be Rex and Slasher first and second. Fusions would drop to third. And we would have Nico. Actually, I believe GP would be in front of them. GP would finish ahead of those guys with the time penalties right now. Possibly even ahead of Fusions. Which would potentially give GP a podium? It's possible. The GP podium is definitely alive. We're talking... Oh, it's right on the fringes. I'd say he's about half a second off the podium at the moment. That's huge. Imagine finishing the season with a podium for GP. It'd be a huge morale boost. Slasher's starting to lose ground here. And if he starts to back up Nico and Carson into GP, then GP will definitely leapfrog these guys. So Fusions and Rex pulling away a little bit. That's what they need to do. Fusions especially. Fusions can hang on to second right now if he gets another second gap. Well, GP's had a moment. I think he's lost ground to Sharpshooter there. He's a little bit off the pace at the moment. So, I'd say the GP podium fading into darkness now. There is some penalties ahead of him. He might gain a few more spots, but Sharpshooter in front of Carson now. Nico putting the pressure on Slasher. Rex putting that pressure on Fusions. Some good battles going on here in the final few laps. I can hear a bird chirping. Nico lining it up. Is he close enough? I don't think so. It's not going to happen for him. Sharpshooter trying to pounce on this opportunity. Slasher just holding these guys up right now. It's allowing Fusions to get outside the gap with that time penalty. So, oh, someone's gone off again. I think. Did that look like? Maybe just a weird line he was taking, because it looked like he went right off the track there. Yeah, even Rex up front, you know, continuing to put that pressure on. He doesn't really need to do the overtake here, so I don't know if we'll see a move. He may just be comfortable sitting there in that window. Carson has joined the party here. Also with a time penalty, GP has just completely lost touch with these guys now. No, he does not seem to have damage. I wonder if the softs just died really fast. Comes Nico. Going up into third here. Trying to get one more podium to end the season. And he's into that spot, but Slasher will keep it on penalty. Rex having a look, not quite close enough though. Sharpshooter having a look around the outside, looking for that switchback underneath. And it's not on, and he's way off the track there. Surely gets a warning for that. And that's opened the door for Carson behind him. He's taking some weird lines, and Carson nearly sneaks in front, and we're heading to the final lap here, and Carson looking for a little action here. Everybody cheering for the final lap of the season. Round 18 of Tier 2. We're ready to wrap it up. Next season, we're hoping to... I think we've always kind of done we follow it the first season and then the second season in the game cycle. Usually just randomize it, so we'll have a little vote and eliminate the tracks everybody doesn't want the most. The tracks that we didn't race this season will be exempt, so those will be raced next season. Oh, huge contact. Jeez, that was a very big mess there. Slasher pushed, I don't know if he just missed that corner completely, essentially, but he just picked up a 5-second penalty, and I don't think he's getting away with that one. Better off to just pretend it didn't happen. But Rex, gonna win the final race of the season on time penalties. He's looking like he may try to make a move, but I don't think he needs to. It's not worth the risk. Fusions gonna cross the line first, but he's probably gonna drop to P4 at the moment. It'll be tight, very, very tight. Actually, he won't, because those guys have penalties as well. And there goes. Rex wins it. The finale in Abu Dhabi. Fusions finishes second. Nico will be third. Sharpshooter fourth. Slasher will come home in fifth. Carson sixth. GP Colin seventh. And Hightower will finish eighth. Hightower's doing the donuts. Yeah, he's already a lap down. Why not, right? Do it, Hightower. Keep going. Give us some more donuts. We used to do in the past where we'd end the race a lap early and do donuts. But I honestly completely forgot about it this year. Guy Towers wants to make sure he gets across the line here. There it is. The finale. That's it for Tier 2 of Season 8 of Zenith Online Racing. Wrapped it up, and we're hoping next season we get a little more consistent turnouts. More cars on track and more consistently. So I think the game has had a lot to do with the turnout, but hopefully next season we'll start strong and we'll carry on with that. Oh, he's got the gritty. Yeah, looking forward to next season for sure. Should be a random calendar. We'll see the 4 tracks that we didn't race this season. Plus, I think we may filter in Portimao and Shanghai. The tracks that they added that we couldn't use before, we'll definitely put those in the pods. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So it'll probably be evaluations, time trials, whatnot, voting on the tracks for the next few weeks. And then we'll get going again sometime in the new year. 2023 Season 9 will kick off. Tomorrow night, Tier 3 will wrap up Season 8. And that will be the final broadcast of 2022. And I'm not sure who we're going to have broadcasting. Hopefully it's not me. It's supposed to be really bad weather tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be home on time. If I am, I'm going to be exhausted. I'd really appreciate if someone could step up for that. So hopefully tomorrow we got a stream that's not me. But so we got Rex, Fusions, Nico. Rex, Fusions, and Nico. Okay, let's get these guys in here.